I'm Alex Huston. I'm one of the co-owners of Paradise Maintenance and Washing, and I'm 21 years old, and I grew up here in Mesa, Arizona. As a kid, I was mostly a outdoor kid. I was a little bit before social media, so ever since about 4 years old, I was friends with Tanner, also another co-owner of Paradise, and we just played outside a lot, went to the park a lot, and fell in love with basketball with each other. And from a young age, we just went to the park a lot, played a bunch of basketball, and that was pretty much it. I'd say that I did get into my fair share amount of trouble. However, once I got a little bit older, just stopped from all that stuff and started playing basketball in high school, and that's where I really learned like my discipline, and my coaches really kept me on track and stuff like that. So yeah, as I matured a little bit more, got into more curricular activities like basketball, and then on to college and stuff, which is something I probably never thought I would do, and then on to entrepreneurial things like this business and real estate and things like that. My first work experience, it's not really a job or anything like that, but back in elementary school, when there was these crazy things called silly bands, I believe, you'd make bracelets out of them. And me and a couple friends would sell those at school for like $3 a piece. And also in like 5th grade, I think we did some popcorn, like kettle corn, and we would just distribute that out for like $3 or $4 a piece as well. And taking orders and stuff like that. So that was like my first entrepreneurial experience. And then after that, when I was 16, I got my first job, and then from then on, I've just been working to this day. So when I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, it was back in elementary school. With all the this popcorn selling and silly band selling that I was doing, I didn't know that it was being an entrepreneur at the time. But however, me and Tanner always talked about not wanting to work for somebody else and not liking what being told what to do by somebody else. So yeah, like around when we started knocking doors for pest control, selling pest control, that's when I kind of knew like there's other stuff out there that can bring you income where you're not having to answer to somebody, and you can be on something else other than W-2. And then I've always liked the idea of real estate, which is something else that I'm doing as well right now. And that's kind of an entrepreneurial thing, but helping people out and stuff like that, I like it way more than just showing up to a job, doing the tasks that you do every single day, and then leaving. Knowing Tanner, I've known him since I was 4 years old, and he's always been talking about starting businesses ever since we were younger. He started a lawnmower business when we were younger, so I've always kind of had the idea from him. And then when we went to go knock doors with Ben over the summer, he is another big factor in the business. So when we got back, and I think it was in July, they started the business, and I was on vacation in California, and they told me about it, and it was obviously sparked my interest. And when I got back, I went to a window job that they were doing, and they kind of just showed me what they were doing, how they sold the job, things like that. And coming from knocking doors and trying to make sales for somebody else and seeing them do it on their own, it kind of just sparked a fire in me, and inspired me to join them on this journey to try to build this business. My favorite part about being an entrepreneur is, again, I don't have to listen to anybody tell me what to do. But also it's work that doesn't feel like work, if you know what that means. I get to go and do stuff for myself, and also for my partners who are also my friends. And it just feels good, and it's not like a pain in the butt to go to work. I'm actually excited to go to do the jobs that we're doing, especially because we're helping out people as well. So if someone came to me and said that they wanted to start their own business, first I would tell them, go for it, 100%, go ahead and do it. However, you're going to need to put more work in than you would expect. I mean, the big stigma around owning a business is that you can just come in, make some money for yourself, and it's more money. You don't have to work that much. However, that's the complete opposite. You're going to need to work harder than anybody else, Monday through Sunday. And it's not just the actual work that you're doing. It's more marketing and networking and trying to get your name out there on top of the work that you have to do as well. So I feel like someone should choose Paradise over another exterior cleaning service because one, we're younger, as well as we strive to create outstanding customer and employee satisfaction. So whenever a customer needs something done, we're going to go beyond, above and beyond that to make sure that not only we're satisfying all of their wants, needs, and expectations, but also wowing them to make sure that, you know, they call us in the future, refer us to friends, family, things like that.